The specific team, I guess, in this game that was our rival, I would say Optic.
Definitely Optic and FaZe.
Optic Gaming, because they're #1 right now, and I'm striving for that spot.
Clayster, he's always been a really, really good player. Black Ops 2, he was on Complexity. They won like a ridiculous amount of tournaments.
I mean, as a competitive player, your aim is you want to make the top team your rival.
FaZe, they're right now the biggest rival to us.
Zuma, he's really, really good. He's starting to make a name for himself as one of the best players in the game. Enable, he was a Halo pro.
You want to beat the best team. That's the way you have to think about it. That's how you're going to have success. If you're doing well against the best, you're going to do well against the rest.
I don't know, the past couple of weeks, you know, it's been between me, Zuma, and Clay. We've kind of been going at it.
Season 1 playoffs, we actually went 5-5 last map, round 11, and we ended up losing to them. And then regionals, we ended up losing to them. And then at champs, we ended up playing them in consolation for 7th, 8th. And we ended up losing them in that.
Attach, he was also like a semi-pro in Ghost as well, so he really ascended.
When I'm playing, you know, I don't care, you know, James or Tommy, I don't care about that, but if I see Clayster or Zuma or Attach, whoever it is, to me in game, they're the people I want to destroy. Like, I don't care if they're my friends. To me, you're on the other side and nothing's gonna stop me.
As you can see, one of the biggest rivalries this year, not amongst just the players themselves, but amongst a lot of other teams as well. I think one of the things that stuck out for me was Sharp. So yeah, we played them, we got beat, we played them again, we lost there, we played them again, They just
it's like
really
Complexity, we played them, we lost to them.
Yeah.
We played them again. We made a roster change, we lost them again.
Right, it was tough. But as we said, you know, before that commercial break, looking forward at Season 1 playoffs and champs, FaZe needed to make a change, and the change was made. New squad that they pick up at the time is going to be Aches, Parasite, Slasher, and Enable. This, of course, becomes FaZe Red.
Right.
So, FaZe with some interesting decisions.
A huge thing after AW Open as well was that Censor transferred captainship over to Aches.
Yeah.
And at this point, everyone's like, really? Like,
is that smart?
Was that truly, was it smart? Was it necessary? But I mean, from there, he goes on to make FaZe Black for COD Champs. And they pick up Enable and Parasite. Now, Parasite, very talented player. Call of Duty World Champion, Black Ops 2. But
at the time, he had some,
at the time, he still does.
A little bit. He settled down a little bit.
It's not so bad.
Gotta be fair to Chris. He has settled down a little bit, but at the time,
attitude issues,
there was some attitude stuff going on there, and you kind of look at it, massive clash of heads. Clash of, you know, I don't want to say egos necessarily, but you have two world champions, right?
Two of the most vocal personalities in competitive Call of Duty.
But you also have Enable, coming back from that Halo background, how valuable that communication really was. And then you also have, you know, Slasher, who, pretty humble guy, to be completely honest with you guys. You know, he's very focused on his academics and just wanted to play the game and wanted to win. Yeah. And, you know, going back in time again, he was playing very, very well. So taking a look at how Season 1 kind of shaped out. OG, of course, top there with first place. Denal finished second, Prof third, FaZe Clan fourth. So honestly, there was a lot of storylines really at Season 1, Max.
Yeah, I mean, these are the teams going into the event and how they seeded. FaZe coming in fourth, finishing with a 24-20 record. Not doing too bad, but the thing to note there is, you know, they'll face off against Aware in the first round, and then they have that matchup. They had that matchup with OG going into round 2. Unfortunately, though, the Aware boys, which is Happy, TJ, and Accuracy, and that squad just upset FaZe Clan.
It was out of nowhere.
Yeah, upset FaZe Red and sent them to the losers bracket. So we didn't get that rematch from AW Open just yet. I mean, like, people at this point think, oh yeah, OG and FaZe probably played at every landed event. Not true.
Yeah, there's been a few where they haven't played against each other, and then OG on the other hand, Max, they just kind of cruised through the tournament. They took out Rise. They beat Aware, as we kind of heard Sharp say. They beat TK, and they ultimately managed to reach that grand final. It was a very dominating performance from all of Optic Gaming, to be completely honest with you. FaZe, on the other hand, you know, they make a pretty decent losers bracket run, but I mean, they ultimately lost to that Denal squad in losers round 3, and Denal this time looked very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, you have a pretty easy first round matchup there against Rise Nation, who, looking like a struggling squad throughout Season 1, and only really qualified because Justice had the issue with ringing because Center was on that team as well, with Slacked and Classic. So they got a nice win over Rise in the first round, and then they go up against Aware, who obviously just beat FaZe in round 1. They take care of them pretty easily as well. And then we heard Sharp before. They go up against TK.
They just couldn't get any luck.
And it was just really unfortunate. I mean, both S&Ds there were extremely close. You know, as an organization, that's always been TK's strength is that search and destroy. But they couldn't quite conquer OG. They're looking too good. They're finally starting to gel together, and OG make their third grand final in a row. Right.
And as we said, you know, Denial, they beat FaZe, and this Denial squad was looking very good. It was, of course, Replays attached, JCap and Clay. They were trying to get prepared for COD champs and what lay ahead, and you know, they made some noise. They managed to get all the way to that grand final of Season 1 Championship, and we've had another beautiful little montage for you guys in case you don't remember any of the best plays from Season 1 Champs. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Almost perfectly. Like 26 points, that's all Denial has at this point. And they're coming off, you know, a game where they just kind of cruised through, very, very hyped. Some close games, we're playing very well, but up the gaming is too strong.
Big battle won once again, and every single time we see Denial take a hard point, Optic just comes storming through and grabs it. It looks so easy.
They just getting broken so simply, and it just comes down to the big 1v1 first gunfights on that hard point and being able to trade them, and that's what up the gaming is doing so well.
9 and 22 is really the story of this game. JCap has been an absolute non-factor.
Yeah, he was asking in that pre-game interview to pick up the game. Well, maybe finding out right now, that's for sure.
Hey-oh!
Nice two-piece though from JCap. Looking for the third, gonna be on the hill, gets it. That's what you want to see from JCap. Finally coming to life. Looking for the fourth. Nope. Just going through red. Trying to bring yourself from behind. That's the first kill. Wins it. That just makes it look simple. But now I'm just doing more players around that halfway.
Krim.
Turn around. Gets the pick on Glacier as well. Krim 4 kills away now from 41.
Scump is about to get his as well. 37 kills for both players. 31 for Formal.
And they will win it on this hard point unless Denial can get that contest. There's going to be one kill from Krim. Almost on the hill. There's one. Looking for the second. Gonna connect with it.
And that's it.
Is going to be GG.
Combining on that kill. Replays with your bomb. He's going to be moving it through the hall, and he is going to be caught by Scump. 2 on 4 now. Clayster and Attached are the two players you want up for Denial in this situation.
Up the game, playing this one very, very smart though. Attached with the IMR. He's going to see the first one. That's going to be Scump. He gets the kill, but immediately gets traded. Clayster now 1 versus 3. We've seen him clutch 1 in this game. Can he get the second here in round 11?
The defensive strategy so strong here from Optic, always in positions to trade. And this is going to be so hard for Clay to get one and get out.
Gets the first. Nicely played. Now does he know where the second is? Yes, he does. Clayster, can he get a second? Yes, he can. 1v1. Formal clutches up, gets the trade. They're all smiles in the booth, but for a minute there, that looked like it could be Tweaky Bum time.
Yeah, Nate Shot's going to go for the grab. Formal and Scump in your kill feed. 2 down, 3 down now. As Scump is going to pick up the fourth. Flag number 4 in the hands of Nate Shot. One player spawning up on the opposite side is Clay. Big kill there. Scump is going to get it though, and Clay not able to get the return means Nate Shot is going to have a free score, number 4 in 5 minutes. Can they get a fifth? Right before our North American Regionals.
Yeah, no. I feel TK really is the only team that can kind of come out and say, all right, well, you know, we ultimately lost to the team that won it. We put up such a good fight. I mean, they should be feeling really good about themselves coming into US Regionals in 2 weeks' time. But now, pretty disappointed they didn't put up a better fight than this. No, they'll get one.
All right, there we go. JCap will put it in. Your final score should be 4-2. Just 1 as I looked up, and it's going to be Krim 6 on top of the kill feed once again, 29 and 22.
That good hook it.
He said Krimbot would be here today in the grand finals, and he really showed up in all 3 games.
He turned up so well. I mean, he was very disappointed with himself. Up to Gaming in their second title.
Max, as you see there, Up to Gaming just kind of cruised through Denial in the grand final, and interestingly, that was the first time in a very long time where they managed to get 2 back-to-back LAN wins. And it goes all the way back to the EGL days in MW3, when OG were flying out to Europe and competing there. And more importantly, the stat that you found underneath that is mind-blowing to me.
I mean, honestly, it's their first true MLG championship.
First MLG championship.
Since Black Ops 1 Orlando.
Crazy. A lot of people are going to be like, X Games?
X Games. I mean,
the players themselves didn't count it as an MLG championship.
Right.
Just gonna say.
Looking back at it, if you look at X Games this year, they got medals. They also got an MLG trophy.
Right.
It's not like we said, not counted really as an MLG championship. But yeah, also to note, this Denial team is coming really out of nowhere. They make the trade for Clay and JCap.
JCap.
Yeah, completely just blanked.
Good.
And whole thing, who won the trade? Hashtag who won the trade between,
Right.
Denial owners and Envy owners. Because obviously, picking up Zoom and Saints, Envy looking like the much stronger squad going in. But not the case. JCap going extremely hard in S&D, making huge clutches, and Clay starting to emerge as a really dominant bow player in the game. But even more noticeable, FaZe. They get eliminated by Denial. Ace's motivation starts to get called into question. Like, seriously called into question. Like, there were some hints of it before.
Playing online, he wasn't even ADSing at times.
Yeah.
He was just hip firing, trying to kill people across map.
He wasn't showing up for league matches. People subbing in for him, Hook especially. And then, still more internal issues. Now that you had Parasite into the mix, just going back and forth, trying to figure things out, how the team will work.
It was an explosive squad. It was just like dynamite
volatile.
waiting to just go off.
Right.
Basically, that's what it was.
Kind of shades of the old Impact squad. You're starting to get a little volatile. But now you have OG, extremely dominant win, more dominant than Orlando because they lost in group stages early in that tournament. And now FaZe still kind of look like the only contender to them because they beat them at AW Open. Denial get absolutely trounced by them here in the grand final. And now you start hearing these. I mean, it's only been 2 events. But you have Krim, you have Formal, you have Scump and Nate on the team. You start hearing those rumors like, is this the next team to challenge the Cole EG dynasty?
Yeah. Is this going to be the squad that goes on an absolutely unbelievable tear? And that was really the big storyline heading into the biggest event of the year. But sadly, there were a couple of upsets at Call of Duty Championship. For now, though, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll talk you through exactly what happened at the biggest event this year.